good night. It's me, Summer, and Jade. I hope you are well. So tonight we're just talking a little bit about Christmas and what Christmas brings to you and brings to your heart. Jade is going to talk a little bit about it. So go on, Jade.
Thank you.
What is the topic of today?
So today we are going to talk about how to bring back the spirituality of Christmas, especially the year we're in now, 2019, nearly 2020. There is a lot of technology, there's a lot of social media.
I know.
There's a lot of emphasis on consumerism.
I miss the old days when we used to write in a paper, but now we just do everything. And we even talk the script about in the tablet. But it's all part of life. We all need to, move on.
Yeah, it's that's true. We do. We have to embrace it. There's no point in
not just talking about Christmas. I'm talking about everything now that we mentioned. That you mentioned the technology, but it's that sometimes I'm like, oh, I need to learn how to do this, I need to learn how to do that, but then I'm like, you know what, it's just better if I just get done with it, because or else the time is going to pass, years are going to pass, and I'm still in the same place, so it's nice to, to be a bit updated, or else my kids already know more than me.
No, I feel the same. It's scary.
Yeah. Sorry, what are you going to say about Christmas? I just distract you.
We wanted to talk about bringing back that sort of feeling of not magic, but the family and the what's in your heart, like you said before, Summer. That kind of emphasis on Christmas, not just gifts, not just how much money we're spending. The more traditional kind of side of Christmas, which is what it's all about anyway.
Exactly.
That's the whole point.
Because nowadays, I think you always been like this. Why do we get more excited when we are a child and we want Christmas time? Because of the gifts,
Yeah.
But I think it's since like many years ago, and we've been raised to think that Christmas is all about gifts. So. To be fair, it's like a time where people spend lots of money, where all the commercial, all the business make more money. It's because of Christmas. But and I'm not just talking about Christmas, but also Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. It's ridiculous how much money we spend with that. But Christmas is about also the spirit. That's how they started, and people are just, each year, each generation, they're losing more their faith, and they losing more, they forgetting about why is the Christmas spirit. So I know you don't have like a religion, or so what is like your Christmas spirit for you?
I think it's love for other people, and I think the rest of the year you forget, don't you? You forget about the things that matter. I think Christmas makes you remember what really matters. I think.
That's the important thing, and I think that's what is being forgotten all over the years. It reminds you about what really matters, all the love. People are fighting all the year, and then in the Christmas time, sometimes they really start to remember. Oh, it's Christmas. Let's be friends. In this time of year, let's be friends. Let's be connected, even if it's just that day of the year. It's quite fun. So Christmas is not just about putting a tree up. Actually, putting a tree up is quite a good connection, because you can connect with someone. You know what? Especially with my kids, it makes me happy. It's like you got 1 hour that you are like distracted. You don't need. And when I was saying that it's not about just a tree up, put a tree up. It's all the connection that there is involved in it. All the action, because if you are doing it with your family, I don't know if you do it on your own or with your family, but there is lots of action, if you know what I mean. And you feel like the love, and then you got like a Christmas song, and then maybe after you're going to watch a Christmas movie. So I think that's also important. Besides, like the principal spirit, Christmas spirit, it's actually the born of Jesus Christ, which lots of people even forget about that.
And I think now as well, we live in the UK is very, we have a lot of religions, which is really nice. So I think it's amazing how, even though we've got so many different religions, so many different cultures, we all connect together
Yeah.
Even if they don't celebrate Christmas, they still appreciate it.
Yeah, that's nice. Yes,
we still
exactly.
show love for each other.
Yeah. I got Muslim friends, which of course they don't celebrate Christmas like us, but sometimes they come to my house, which is really, really nice. In Christmas time, they respect that time of the year that they know how important it is for us, even though they are not like celebrating as us. They will come, they'll have some food, they'll have you know, a drink if the one they can drink. And we'll celebrate together, like, you know, it's everyone's party, is not just one. So it's one love.
Yeah, and it's the spirit, and I think when I've spent time abroad, for example, with friends or relatives who are in like Turkey, and they would celebrate Ramadan, even though it wasn't my religion, you know, I could understand it, and I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to join in.
That's really nice.
And I was excited to
To be fair, I do like that idea, and I would like. I always said to my friends that one day I'm going to do Ramadan. I don't know if I can do it or not, because that's not my religion, even though I do respect it a lot. But I do find it so interesting the way why they do it, and the way they do it. I found it so interesting that I would like to be a part. I don't know if I got the rights, because I'm not from the religion. But I do have a lot of respect for it, and I do have lots of respect about the way they actually take it so serious. I do love that. But the fact that they respect other people's religion, which is the case of Christmas, is also important too. So what do you do in Christmas time then?
So I will be with my family in Southport. I think I might be between two houses, between my sister and my parents' house. And I just like the build up. I don't really do anything that fancy.
That's nice. Because I know, because sometimes you go to your parents and you come to my house and you're going to meet your other friends. That's really nice, because it's like a party where we swap presents, which shouldn't be about the presents, but you know, it's already connected. Always been since decades. Always been since I was a child, and that was like very long ago. So you know, and do you like to make some hot chocolate or eggnog?
I don't like eggnog. I tried it once.
I never tried it. Don't tell anyone.
Don't try it.
Okay.
No, I'm really joking. Try it to see if you like it. I didn't like it, but I like you know, the red wine.
The hot wine.
What's the name? There's a name.
I know what you're talking. Is it the one? It's the red wine that is warmer.
Yeah, how can I not know the name?
I got a bottle actually in my house that I didn't have in last Christmas, because I found it a bit weird. But then I tried a little bit, and I like the taste, because it tastes like cinnamon, so it's actually alright. So I was like, alright, but warm.
Gosh,
I know red wine itself, you need to drink it like in normal temperature, but like not warm. Well, we'll try this. You know what? This Christmas let's try.
Yeah.
We'll give you some feedback.
But what will you be doing? I think I know what you'll be doing, but I'd like to know as well. What
always the same stuff. As a Portuguese, I got my costumes of eating like the fish. We always eat fish in the night, in the Christmas night, 24th to 25th. Opening presents. I know you opened presents the day after.
Yeah.
We opened presents after dinner. They used to have the tradition of after midnight in Portugal, but now it's just after dinner, because the kids want to go to bed. Sometimes.
Oh gosh.
Sorry guys, you know what? I'm not going to cut this. This is all part of the video, so I'm not even going to bother.
And you can see my face in shock.
Do you know what? This is real people, real you, real us. So this is all part. Today we just decided to do this short video about Christmas time. It was just because we were feeling the spirit. I was telling about in Portugal, we stopped doing after midnight, because not just because the kids want to go to bed, or sometimes because lots of people. And here in England, you got that tradition too. You got the midnight mass, which we do have, and like, you know, and we do love it.
Yeah, I like that. I've not been for a few years, but I like that as well. Midnight mass.
Alright then. So this is a little microphone I bought to Jade. I'm just going to show you. It's a little one, because sometimes she's a bit shy, so I'm just like, alright, I'm just going to buy a little micro to be by her side to see, because I'm the one always talking a lot, and I'm like, alright. So at least we can hear Jade's voice.
I think my accent as well sometimes is a bit...
My accent is strong, it's like, so it looks like I'm shouting. No. So sometimes I'm doing the edit and I'm like, alright, the only thing I can hear is me like bubbling.
No.
This is our part, you know what I mean. So what else do you like to do? Watching Christmas movies?
Yeah, my mum loves Christmas films. Every single one that's on the telly, she wants to watch it, and I feel bad.
Which one is the one that you always watch every Christmas? Tell us.
It's Save Our Tree. And my mum loves that one. It's that is a community spirit actually. It's I'll send you a link to show it to you. It's it has a community spirit and everyone, like the whole city, I think it's a city, all gets involved, help save this tree.
I heard about it. I think I heard about it.
Yeah.
Usually it's always the same with Home Alone.
Oh my god, that's my favourite. That's my favourite.
It's just the only time of the year that I can watch that movie because it's too many years of watching that movie.
But the thing is as well, that film is a bit what they get up to and what they're doing is not great, is it? It's like criminal activity and the little boy is like a bit...
And why is a boy staying at home?
Yeah, but...
In Christmas time, and he actually alone again the year after. So,
it's just...
How?
But it works, and for some reason you feel really good after you've watched it. Yeah.
I know, because you know your parents won't leave you alone. That's why you feel good.
Aww.
Anyway, so you invite your friends and family to go to church. Do you go to midnight to church then? Or
I like to. I haven't been for a while.
Yeah, sometimes you're just tired or you just have too many drinks and you're... Yeah.
Everyone knows something cool.
I don't know, in England culture, do you go like singing in the street?
Yeah, it is a tradition to go caroling.
Caroling, yes, that's the word I was trying to find.
But I've never done it myself.
I think in Portugal they do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing that I've done before too, so...
Or they tend to, maybe it's more common with the school, the local schools will have a carol night service, the local university, the band will have a carol night service. Yeah.
So, because today what we're talking about is Christmas time, and it's not just about talking about silly things, but it's more like, and not just to talk about something that is obvious, that people are losing the Christmas spirit in terms that Christmas is more about spending money, more about more about having a nice meal, having like a expensive tree, you know what I mean. So this is more like to talk about how to spread the Christmas spirit, you know.
Yeah.
So what do you suggest to our viewers? Like, just give us like 3 ways, for example, to spread the Christmas spirit, to see if we start to lift that spirit again. Which, you know, it's something good that we're trying to focus here, because we are not far from spirit. Yeah. So go on, Jade. Just give them some ideas to spread that Christmas spirit.
The first thing that came to mind for me is to think about people that are less well off than you are, and to think of what little thing you might be able to do to help. Like I heard an advert on the radio recently. There is a hospital in the northwest that wants to encourage local people to donate their decorations because they want the children in the hospital to have...
Oh, that's nice.
Try to enjoy Christmas as much as they can, even though they're poorly.
That's really good. I got, just so I let you know, because I've been mentioned on my Facebook page, if anyone got me on my Facebook, Margaret Torrance, it's one of my viewers and someone that I do talk once in a while on my Facebook page. And the lady's doing like this kind of appealing for people to give her like hats or scarves. So if anyone wants to contribute, you know, just send me an email and I will pass you her address. It just, even if it's just a scarf or just one hat, if you got the option of, if you can afford both, sometimes it's £1 in Poundland.
Yeah.
And it's to give to the poor people, to the homeless. Because can you imagine how you live in a house, sometimes it's freezing. Imagine if you live in the street.
Yeah.
So this is one of the spirit.
Yeah. I dread to imagine.
Yeah, I can imagine. Can imagine. But this is supposed to be all year. We're supposed to work. This is the kind of things about the spirit in Christmas is some people only work. I'm not talking about, you know, this lady, she's doing like something really nice that other people don't do. For example, this year I've been so busy with my life that I did want to do it, something about it. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to help her in this appealing, because I didn't have time to do much, and I would like to do something at least to help the homeless or the children in need or something like that, like a charity. But this year I didn't have much. That's why I'm interacting with her, working with her in this project. But it is these things that people should do like all year, but it's hard, and especially each day it's more hard to trust each other. It's like people don't believe me, like in a way that I'm trying to help others, but it's hard to trust each other because it's so many scams. So I do understand, you know, like when I'm doing my free readings, and that's what I want to. I found like finally my path that I want to help others. Doesn't matter in which way. If I can do it financially, at least like doing free readings. I know a lot of people can't pay for a reading. It's just an example, you know. But you know, it was such a good idea from Margaret, and that what you said was very important too. You know, someone what you just said about the hospital trying to help to ask for Christmas decorations. That's really good.
Thank you. I really like the hat, the scarf.
It's a really good idea. I'm going to send some, so if you want to just you or someone, you know, just a scarf. Sometimes it's just like one that you got in your wardrobe. You don't use it.
And I think Christmas, a lot of people that are alone the rest of the year as well, they feel it's harder for them when Christmas comes up because they're watching everybody, you know, with their family, with their friends going to this party, and they feel even more excluded, I think, which is really sad. So I think there's always somebody, you know, isn't there, that
the problem, like I said, is people are starting to lose the trust in each other, and they stop doing some things because of that. But we need to, you know, put ourselves out there and give ourselves a little bit more. Pardon, I got the cold. Sorry. But that's actually a nice idea. You know, I'm not going to say this year because maybe it's a late project, but next year we can just put some project together and just go and try to find a place where we could bring that kind of people only. Sometimes they can't even walk, so sometimes they're just at home, or they're just like in one of those care homes, which I believe that they are together if they are in a care home. But we can put a project together next year. Who knows? It's something very interesting to.
I like that idea.
But it's something that we can never plan like this, so it's a bit late, and we'll see how it goes, you know. But it's always good thoughts, you know, for your mind, for your brain. It's like food for your brain to think about it.
And something I always find myself saying every Christmas is, if like somebody I don't usually talk to, or if they're looking at me a bit strange, like why did you give me this, and I just go, it's Christmas. That's what I say about 10 times a day in December. Like, it's Christmas. Like that's don't worry about it. It's Christmas.
I know.
But it's, I think a lot of people do the same thing, don't they?
So it's like I'm going to. I didn't supposed to share this with you, but I will. For example, I worked in a place, and I remember one year I was working with some people that they weren't like that. Let's say the best company. They didn't have good energies around them. They were like a group, let's say. But I still came to Christmas time because I love to give. I do love to give. That's why I got a gift to give this year to the people, to the person. Just one gift because I can't afford to pay more, because my intentions was like around 10. Like this is like something that I'm doing on my Facebook page anyway. But it's just one gift because I love to give presents, and some people, they just don't believe on not just mine, or if it was some other person, because Jade, she loves to give presents too. She gives me presents all the time, but sometimes some people don't believe in your generosity, that you actually do that from your heart. So and that year I decided to buy presents to everyone. And the people were like, you know, they didn't believe themselves, and they like that energy around them, that they didn't trust themselves. They were friends with each other, but they wouldn't trust each other. They were friends, but they didn't have the connection. They didn't have the love. And they were like, oh, why you give gifts to everyone? You know, are you trying to see if they like you more? Something like that. Yeah, this was something that stayed in my mind, and I was thinking to myself, you know what? If they can think about what they do, I feel so happy because I bought these gifts to everyone.
Yeah.
They can think it's of course it's not. I don't care if they like me or not. I'm a Scorpio. It was just because my heart is like this. I do genuinely like to give, love to give, like gifts. Yeah. So if I can afford it, if I can, even if it's just a small one from Poundland, I will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think if someone gives you something from Poundland, if it's £1, doesn't mean that they got some feelings for you.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter the price or the size of it. Doesn't matter the price. So yeah, and they were like, no, it's just because I do like to give. It's not because I'm trying to see if people like me. I couldn't care less if people like me.
Yeah. It's strange though, isn't it, how people will still do that. I think that's, I'm sorry, I think that's...
No, you don't need to apologize. Oh my God, that kind of things make us grow in life. And it's like, next year I'm going to give you the same. I'm going to give you another present. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you don't like me, I'm going to still give you another one.
Oh, I think even if I just get a Christmas card, I'm so happy that someone wrote me a card, so I don't understand.
Yes, I think it was just someone jealous because they probably didn't have the same thoughts at me, but I don't care. It's not something that it just came out now, you know.
Yeah.
So do you have any more suggestions of how to spread the Christmas spirit?
I think family should always be a priority, but I think at Christmas I'll try to do more things that I don't do in the, something they really want you to do, and I was I will, but I can't, and I try to at least do it for Christmas, because
there is something that you do, and I didn't mention it before, that there isn't many people that do. I think no one. If there is something that I really like that you do, that it's you come and visit your friends in Christmas. And I love that, it's like, probably you don't think it's nothing important. You probably come like to see me and like you go after 5 minutes, she's always in a rush. But, pardon.
Okay.
I got this cold, oh my God, sorry guys. But it's not going to make me stop.
Nothing would.
Anyway, so it's something like, for you it's very symbolic, it's nothing much, but for me it's very important. The fact that I know that you come just to say hi.
Oh, thank you.
Just to say and it's probably, and sometimes we don't even, these small gestures, for you is like, okay, I'm just going to see Summer. For me it's very important, just very
thank you.
It's alright. I had to mention this, now that we are talking about it.
Yeah, I have to, because it's not Christmas otherwise. If I don't...
But it's not everyone that do that. Actually, I think I don't know anyone that, like many friends that go to, they prefer to stay at home. For example, I'm not selfish, but I love that to do that, I would like to do it. But if I'm at home in the warm with my family, and just the fact to think, okay, I'm going out in this cold and going to my friend's house, so that's actually bad from me. But that's what is lovely from you, because you actually go out in the cold just to come and say hi and say nice Christmas instead of just sending a message, you know what I mean? So that's really, those kind of things, they make someone's character and the person that they are.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I think that people, your friends, appreciate that they can come to your house for Christmas. Like you make that effort to prepare a whole dinner, to invite everybody around, to make sure everybody's had a good time. I think a lot of your friends look forward to that and think, oh my God, we can go to Fatima Summer, and
I know they appreciate it, and I do that with all my heart. I do usually do like big dinners in my house, like with 20 people. Like most of them I barely know, people from work that I know they don't have where to spend Christmas, or they're struggling financial or that kind of thing. So yes, but I don't do it for any recognition. I just love it. Just love the fact that they can be in family. So they can be in family, then they can find some love around my family, and they can treat us as family, and they can know that we treat them as a family too. So that's very important.
And I noticed as well, you just made me think of something. There is a gentleman, I won't say names, but one of the places I work, who is from Portugal, and I noticed he has a similar kind of beliefs that you do. And I was thinking the other day, I think Portuguese people are very friendly and they are very family orientated, and I realised he's so much more friendly than, like, I'm not saying all UK people, but someone like myself, for example, so much more friendly than I am at work. He makes the effort to to say hi, good morning, come and say good evening.
Yeah.
You know, he does all that. He even though he doesn't know me that well.
That's really nice.
We work together. He thinks it's important to come together and to have that connection, that politeness. Yeah. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, we are very chatty people. To be fair, we are very chatty.
Yeah.
That sometimes doesn't help. No, but you know, it's true. We are that kind of. We are very warm person. Yeah. Not saying that sometimes doesn't work too much because people will just sing and other things from us, but it's just the way we are as a you know, as a culture. We are very warm people. But in compensation, you are very organized. And English people, they are very organized. I love that. It's one of the things, and the systems that you do, they work. You know, they work. The systems that you put in place and you got in place, they work. That's one of the things. I think I could never leave England, and I lived in so many countries because your system of organization and, you know, like the way you care about things, they work. You know, that's one of the reasons I couldn't leave England. Well, yeah, because you there is a lot of respect in this country.
Yeah, I think up front it's a bit not cold, but it's all
people see you as a cold. It's true,
yeah,
it's true. But it's not. It's about respect. You got a lot of respect about everything. I don't hear in this country talk about like a care home where someone be treating the old people like bad. For example, this is just an example. You know what I mean? Like that kind of news. They don't happen too much.
Yeah.
Because you got the system, and if something happened, you'll be there like straight away. You got like this amazing. Yeah, so I love it. Yeah, the organization about it's not just the reason why I'm here. Of course, it's the amazing weather.
No, yeah, that's nice that you feel that way though. I'm always concerned that
or else I won't be here. No, I'm not just for that reason. I won't be here for almost 15 years. You know.
Yeah, I'm always concerned that you know, does the UK do enough? I feel like they do a lot to welcome everyone, and they do include people, but. Yeah, it's I always kind of think, can local people be doing that? Can someone like myself, for example, who's not an MP, who's not in charge, you know, what can I do?
Opportunities. This is nothing to do with Christmas, and I'm just going to mention this because, for example, I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm going to say it because I'm not judging anyone and I'm not putting anyone down. But I'm going to say, for example, in Portugal, if you want to work for a TV program, or if you want to do something like in terms of celebrity, or if you need to be skinny, you need to be perfect, nice hair. Here in England, they accept anyone, any kind of structure. You know what I mean? They sound a bit silly and a bit vain what I'm saying, but this is just to give you an example that there is always something for everyone out here. There is like, for example, if you are more than 25 years, it's hard to find a job.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? Here you can be like 70 years old and you can find a job.
Yeah.
There is always something for everyone in this country, and that's one of the amazing things that it's actually fascinates me. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's nice.
But we are not talking about England or Portugal. It was just like something that we had to mention that you know, in this country there is always something for everyone. Probably in other countries, these examples, probably some other countries they are the same, they are better, they are worse. I'm not sure. I was talking about what I know from my culture and what I know from your culture, which I still love Portugal, of course. Not so I think that's it. We're just talking about, you know, how to become a little bit more festive, not just about the activities in Christmas. I was just more like to feel the spirit of Christmas. This is, you know, 3 great examples that Jade gave.
I think taking a moment as well when everything's happening, if it's Christmas Day or Christmas Eve or the staff Christmas party, whatever it is, and you're having a good time and you're enjoying it, and there's a lot to get caught up in. Just take a moment outside to yourself, just for 5 minutes. Go and get, you know, the cold air and look at the stars, and you know,
and
just
think,
a nice moment.
Think about, feel that breeze in your face, and think about, it's Christmas.
Yeah, it's Christmas. Yeah,
it's not every day.
Yeah. Anything can happen, it's Christmas.
Yeah, that's true. You know, just, you know, some ideas to put in your head, you know, see if you start to feel that Christmas. Because I already started. Look at this.
I love this, by the way. I think it's amazing.
It's just, you know, we already start to feel all the festive, all the Christmas festivity, like, you know, things that we do. Like, for example, drinking and, and eating things, tasting like cinnamon. I love cinnamon.
Yeah.
That's why we remember to talk about Christmas, and especially we got this background, which we'll be using the last few weeks. And I think we're going to put the Christmas tree this week.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we can do like a party. Like, actually, that's a good idea. And I think you could take that idea to put with your friends. I think there are lots of people that do that. They bring the friends, then they all put something in the Christmas tree. That's a good idea. You do like a party.
Yeah, I like that.
Lots of alcohol, lots of eggnog.
Baileys.
I'm going to try it, yeah. Baileys, yeah. And eggnog, I'm going to try it, even though you said no, but I'm just, yeah.
But it's just little things as well. Like, now we mentioned Baileys, I thought of when I was at university, there was just one lecturer in particular, not that the other lecturers weren't making an effort, I just don't think it occurred to them, but there was one lecturer that took one lecture out of his entire week for every single group, whatever year they were in, and he brought a bottle of Baileys for everybody to share, and everybody got, it was only a tiny bit for everybody,
doesn't matter.
It just, that I never forgot that was, he made the effort to do that for his entire week of, he included everybody, and I was just, that's so nice.
Really nice. That's really good, yeah.
Yeah, that made you feel more Christmassy.
I know. And, I got like a small team on my Summer Sparks Limited, but we're becoming like bigger. We'll become bigger, but it's like a small team, and I would like to do something this Christmas. We'll see, and if we do, you are all invited to watch, and I'll make sure we'll post some pictures, and if we got a chance to make a video, because I'm starting to build a team that it's going to even be bigger by Christmas time. So hopefully we'll do something by Christmas, just to say, you know what, like this is like to celebrate the end of an year, and who knows, like the things that come for next year. Alright, Jade, do you have anything else to say? Thank you so much for sharing all that information with us. I think Jade gave some nice tips how to lift a little bit the Christmas spirit and just start to put those ideas in your head. I already bought my Christmas gifts, and it's still not...
Have you?
Yeah, all my Christmas gifts. This year I had 2 hours. Like, nah, I'm just going to get it organized. I always forget. I always got some bits here and bits there, just in case if I forgot someone. That's another thing that I always do. And let me just give you a tip about Christmas. So what I do is, in January, or I sometimes I wait for February, because January is still a bit broke from Christmas and, and New Year's Eve. So what I do is I start to buy vouchers, even if it's 20 quid, 30 quids, if I got the chance, £50 vouchers. I will buy like in any of the shops, Asda, Argos, Aldi, Primark. They didn't pay us to talk about them or sponsor them. any, like Chiquito, for example, any of restaurants, codes, or just normal shops, markets. And I buy vouchers. So what I do is I put all those vouchers through the year. So in Christmas time, I don't need to think about the money I'm spending. This year I didn't do it, but I always did it like for the last 4 years, and it works.
Oh gosh, yeah, because imagine the relief as well when it comes to December.
And you got like that amount of money. Yeah. Yes, and I've been giving this tip to lots of people, and I think lots of people start to do that, like lots of my friends. So I think it was good that I shared this with you, because it's an idea. Start to buy some vouchers, even £20 a month. At the end of the year, you will have at least £100 that you are like, sometimes I don't even remember I got all that money, and I'm not talking about 100, sometimes I get to £500, and I got all that money to buy Christmas gifts, especially if you got kids, yeah.
Thank you for telling
Just a tip.
I love that. I think that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
No, that's especially now, people are trying to manage money.
Oh my god, if you leave everything to December, you're going to struggle. You need to buy the food, you need to buy the decorations, and you need to buy the presents, especially if you got lots of kids. So
yeah, it's less pressure as well, isn't it? Because you've already prepped.
And then you need to have some extra money for the New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And in my case, I got 2 birthdays in December, and I got another 2 birthdays in January, besides all that the festivities. Yeah. All right then, Jade, do you have anything else to say?
No, thank you. Thank you.
It's alright. You're welcome. I did enjoy this, this Christmas talk. It was like a bit like random. But we need to talk about everything, because it's real people, real us. And, I'm not just a psychic, and she's not just a magazine director, but we are like people, real people. We need to talk about this kind of business. Probably now after this recording, after this video, I'm probably going to do some live readings, sometimes on my Facebook, on my YouTube, Instagram, or whatever. Probably Jade going to have some interviews for a magazine, So after this, we just go back to our normal thing, our normal life. But at least we spoke about it. And it was nice to talk with you guys. And let us know. Don't forget, send us an email if you got any topics that you would like us to talk about it in our Summer and Jade program.
Thank you. I'd love that. Yeah, because I'm looking forward to those.
Thank you so much, and lots of love and light from Summer and Jade. And have a nice week. Take care.